Robert. Nicky, how are you, brother? Nick Solaris. I didn't know you were coming down.
Well, I like to surprise people.
I like it. We're going to have fun tonight.
Look at this thing. How much?
Yeah.
How much fun do they poke at you for walking around with that thing?
Well, it's kind of awkward.
You look good, buddy.
I'm trying, man. I put on a collared shirt after that bar fiasco.
What happened in the bar? You got in a fight?
Huh?
He scrapped.
No, we were just fooling around with the bartender, and then I said, I got to get out of there and shower and get a collared shirt on for this. Taking this very seriously. We're on a panel.
Let me ask you something. Does that vibrate?
Opie, I might be drunk.
This is the Destroyer. You might be drunk.
Let me.
Well, it is Wednesday.
More with the meat man himself, Nick Solaris, later on. But coming up, we meet a legendary Philadelphia radio personality, Jerry Blavat. And later, Greg interviews the hosts of Westwood One Podcast Network's 83 Weeks, Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. We go way inside of wrestling, Trump, and lots of other stuff. Next, using a mic that looks like Wesley Snipes' penis on Opie Radio. Opie Radio.
Now I can't hold this up now that you've pointed out that it looks like a big black dildo.
Does it need Viagra? Is it limp?
This thing is, this is a chode. This is a chode, right? Are you drunk? We got to go and talk to like a couple hundred people now.
The worst thing's going to happen is I might cry. I cry a lot.
Every time you spoke to him, he's been drunk.
Where's Geator? Introduce me to Geator.
Huh?
Introduce me to that weird Geator guy.
Geator. The Geator.
Geator.
You don't know the Geator with the Geator?
I don't know. Bring Geator over. We're gonna talk to Geator.
He's like a major icon in Philly.
What is he an icon about?
Oldies. He does all the oldies down in Atlantic City. He knows like every 50s. You know, he's like the Dick Clark of
Yawn!
Of 1959.
What, does he come in like adult size?
You don't understand. He was big on the Borscht Belt.
you guys are cruel. It's cruel.
What are you wearing, Tim? What are you wearing? Oh, you are getting divorced.
Yeah.
What has he got a shitty watch on, Carl?
It's not the best.
You noticed right away. What is he
No,
wearing?
it's a military watch.
I don't speak Chinese. I can't.
No, it's a good military watch.
What military? The Salvation Army?
Bullshit.
Wow, Nick Solaris.
I like that piece.
Carl, what are you wearing today?
An IWC?
IWC Miramar Top Gun ceramic. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, I got it.
Will you bring Geator with the heater over here, whatever his name is? Yo, Geets.
Maybe you spit water.
Okay, what man snorted?
Yo, Geator. We don't have all day.
Frederick Geator for the Fankies.
Don't worry, we can't hear you.
He says
This is going to
babbling.
be a cringe moment.
He says babbling. Here comes the Geets.
Geek-a-doots.
Jerry, this is Opie, Carl.
Opie, we just met up the aisle.
Are you sure?
I swear it was you. If not, it was a lookalike. Wait a second.
There
it
you
wasn't
go.
Adam West, it was you.
I look like Adam West?
Oh, no.
You son of a bit. Hold my podcast.
Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Donald
I
Sutherland.
look like Donald Sutherland?
At the age of 19.
Donald Sutherland can still be hired. That's the problem.
Well, it depends
That
upon
hurts.
which show.
Geets, what do you do in Philly?
Geets and Oots.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm like...
Are you a legend?
Listen, I'm like soft pretzels, water ice, and William Penn. I stand on a big statue and they say, the Geator, the boss with the hot sauce, the man with the plan to get everybody rocking in the land. And you don't have to worry. Don't worry. Don't holler. It won't cost you $1 to say hello to the Geator with the heater, the man with the plan. Got it?
Oh, you're a music jock.
My man! My brother from another mother.
All right, give me a band, an old band.
Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang.
Who?
We'll have it. 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Well, rock around the clock. I tell you something about that song.
Yeah.
It came out on Decca in 1954. Mediocre hit.
1954.
A movie came out.
Right.
A movie called The Blackboard Jungle.
Ah.
In that movie, they played Rock Around the Clock. It became #1 because of the movie. Here's a great trivia question. Who was in that movie, Rock Around the Clock and Blackboard Jungle?
I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with... James Dean.
Wrong.
Sidney Poitier.
Very good. But who was the
son of a
big
bitch.
actor? Who was the big actor? First name Glenn.
Ford.
Good.
Yeah.
Who was the girl? Anne.
Margaret.
Wrong again. Fuck.
The girl was Greg Opie Hughes.
Wrong again.
Don't laugh too hard at that.
Anne Francis. That was the one.
And Francis.
That's a true story how that record became a hit.
That's an amazing story, isn't it?
It was a bomb when it came out.
Yeah.
But because they played
Unlike
it
this story. But
throughout the entire movie. What else would you
Right
like
to
to
his
know?
face, Carl.
What else would you
Right to
like
his
to know about
face.
rock and roll?
good to see you. He said, now he's back.
He heard the bomb joke. He's done.
He's done? Wait, who's that old guy I just talked to?
Jerry Blavat, who was like he put Dick Clark on the map.
So you're telling me I wasn't chilling with Jack LaLanne just now?
Was I supposed to be impressed by that guy?
No.
Is he the first disc jockey of Philadelphia?
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Jerry Blavat, the Geator with the heater.
Hey, Jerry! Geator with the heater. Oh, God.
Spheric Weeder from the Frankies.
Jerry, stop it. Respect.
I make.
First disc jockey of Philly. I didn't know that shit. What do I know? Look, now he's dancing. He's dancing. He's dancing.
It's
he's
called
dancing.
the boogaloo, and when you dance with the boogaloo, you got to dance it all the way through. Now that man over there, it's like Lazarus. You remember the story of Lazarus, Jesus?
Yeah.
All you got to do is say boogaloo, and this man will get off his and he'll be dancing on the floor because that's a miracle to get these people dancing anymore.
Jerry, he's not getting off the floor. I think he has diabetes. All right, we got to go inside. Nice meeting you, Jerry. Just fucking shoot. Come on, we got to go in there.
Can I get a picture real quick?
Yeah.
I know you're running in. Here.
All right, here. A little picture.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Let's head inside with Opie and Carl and Tim Sabian for what was the largest attended event at this podcast movement. Our boys were asked to be part of a panel on storytelling, while Opie and Carl try to give some of the many aspiring podcasters and producers a few professional inside tips. Tim saw this as an opportunity to do a live infomercial for our new Westwood One podcast network by telling stories about his childhood days and listening to his little transistor radio while lying in bed, possibly diddling himself. But he still managed to tie it all together somewhere in here, I think.
Difference between radio and podcasting I found very fascinating. The listeners really want to be a fly on the wall. You have to be more intimate and relatable.
I agree with Opie. You know, when you do TV, and I run into someone that knows me from TV, they just know like a little bite. Like they'll say, "Oh, that time you screamed broccoli." You know, like what the hell does that even mean? And then regular radio, they kind of know you. But podcasting is the most intimate thing. I've had people come and give me hugs and talk to me it's almost like they knew me or they were like family almost. It was striking to me coming from other medias to know people they listened so well.
Why do you think that is, Tim?
It's a good point. I remember when I was a kid, I would lay in bed at night and I would string antennas on the top of the roof and listen to.
Let's do a Tim jump.
But also, I feel like, to the point that they feel so close to you, it's because I feel like people are listening to podcasts in very intimate ways. They're laying in bed at night, or they're running, or they're hiking, or they're whatever they're doing. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, the technology is such that, you can hear every single word of the podcast. You pause the thing.
Speaking of, we'd be curious to know some of the more intimate ways you may have listened to this podcast. Do you lie in bed at night listening to Opie Radio? Maybe you like to listen naked, in the shower, on a smart skill. Tweet us at Opie Radio as Opie answers the question, what's one of the differences between being a podcaster and a broadcaster?
And to answer this question, I think it comes down simply to the fact that people choose you. When you're part of a big radio show, people don't necessarily choose you. Sometimes it's just background noise. They kind of know who you are, but then you meet them and they're like, I'm a huge fan. And then you ask them, what bit they liked, and they don't even have an answer for that. But when we run into our listeners from the podcast world, which, like I said, once again, we're really new to,
right?
These people know every single word, and they're picking up on everything, and they're kind of really digesting these episodes very, very slowly, and they're saving them, which it's such a different world to me.
The other thing, somebody mentioned this to me today, which I really thought was a great observation.
Sorry. Let's do a Tim jump. Greg, give us some insight to your interview process.
Well, you got to make people comfortable. Whether it's the atmosphere they're in. Sometimes it's as simple as asking them how's your day going.
Right.
And it throws them off guard a little bit. You're not hitting them with that first heavy question. It's like, hey man, how's it going? How's your summer going? And they tend to take a deep breath and relax and settle in, and then you just like Tim said, you try to have a conversation. But when I prepare for, I don't want to call it an interview, talking to somebody, I just have a few basic bullet points, and then in my mind I'm like, okay, I want to hit these 4 or 5 bullet points. And whatever else happens in there will be just bonus.
Opie had on Robert O'Neill, who was the guy that took down Bin Laden, and you can see a genuine connection and a genuine interest in what this guy was saying. And listening to that podcast was so powerful, just the conversation back and forth. And you can tell when an interviewer is really involved in the conversation because they listen harder. And listening is a key part to it. And you can see when an interviewer is really doing his job when he's really, really listening.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was good.
No, what's fun about that one? The first 20 minutes we didn't even talk about Osama bin Laden and the mission.
Yeah.
It was about his summer. It was about fruity drinks, all this other stuff. And then
I wish you would have got to it a little faster.
And then in my mind, I'm like, wow, I already got 15, 20 minutes of good stuff, and now we're finally going to go into the actual story that we're taking down Osama bin Laden. But I knew in that circumstance that the pressure was on because he's told the story so many times.
In all honesty, Opie prepares. He's a natural talent. I mean, I've done a lot of interviews with other media and stuff. Opie's, he's one of the best. I mean, it looks effortless, but when I try to do it, it's a complete jaws of life car accident. When I try to do it, he does. I'd rather just make fun of people on the sidelines. It's easier.
You're good at it.
No accountability.
What I try to do is I prepare a lot, but then when I can throw all that away and just have a conversation with somebody, that's when I get off.
But he knows how to have a conversation. Like if I have a conversation with someone, it'll just ramble on like a flood, not like a river. It'll just go everywhere. It wouldn't make any sense. Opie knows how to bring the story back. He knows how to reel in the
when
guest.
you're cooking with somebody,
Right.
you have a beginning and a middle
Right.
and an end.
Yeah, but we're not making steaks with these people. Like we're talking with him, and that's what he's just a natural talent. It's impressive to be part of it.
You love him.
Well, I mean, I don't.
You love him, Carl. You know you do. Opie and Carl sitting in the tree. Kissing. All right, you get the picture. Legendary broadcaster, TV chef, and a big-time media suit. All in one room with your average everyday podcasting nerd. I'd say the playing field's been leveled. No? Let's wrap up the podcasting panel stuff and get to our main event.
So, before we talk to these guys, what do you think of our little panel discussion?
Well, I started to sober up towards the end, which was nice. I started to feel good.
We're at the podcast movement in Philadelphia, and they wanted us to do a panel and talk about storytelling.
Yeah,
oh
that was
my
weird.
God, that was a snooze fest, wasn't it?
Tim up there talking like Sarah Sanders at the White House press conference, on point, on message the whole time.
Just giving one big Westwood One commercial.
Yeah,
like people like we don't want to hear a commercial. We want to hear about your experience working with Howard Stern and storytelling. And he's like, and Westwood One reaches 1 billion people a week. Shut up, Tim.
With his Sally Jesse Raphael glasses on up there,
Right.
like a giant lesbian. I see Conrad in the front with a 14-inch Gucci shoe just sitting there. I'm like, oh man, we're in the wrong place.
Wait, you know Conrad? You know Conrad Thompson?
These guys, people actually download their podcast a lot.
What's the name of the podcast for the people that don't know out there?
I think the one he's talking about is